It helped me to read this prompt easier and also to AI.
ChatGPT is bullshit for code and I want to use it. There are people who say, this is amazing, I love it.
The main hack, I guess, it's using projects.
But I will ask one AI to write the request for another AI.
AI really can boost you at a lot of topics, a lot of things you do, almost at everything.
I'm not sure in the results you've got from ChatGPT and you are going to Claude and Gemini to verify these results.
Because it's one of the biggest mistakes. Developers write short prompt and hope AI will understand and read their thoughts, but it's not.
For me as entrepreneur, it's advantage. For you as developer, it's disadvantage. Can you explain this? Hi guys, my name is Anton Voroniuk and I'm happy to have you in GenAI Revolution podcast. Today we have a special guest, Dmitro Vasilyev. Dmitro is a great senior developer who created with me a lot of amazing courses on Udemy. So today we will talk about one of the hottest topic in AI world. We will talk about vibe coding. And if we created courses for different audience, for product managers, project managers, UX designers, etc., we will try to understand what vibe coding means for professional developers like Dmitro. And we definitely will go dive in the tools, in the prompt engineering, in the ideas how to make it ideal. So keep posted, and definitely if you want to learn about vibe coding, if you want to create apps without a code, just with the flat English, don't forget to put like to this video, don't forget to share it and subscribe. Dmitro, I'm ready to present you.
Hi,
can you tell a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, hi Anton, hi guys. I am Dmitro Vasilyev. I am a software web developer. In this domain, I have more than 10 years. I work in different countries. Also with Anton, we produce a lot of courses on Udemy about software development, about AI, about vibe coding, etc. And today I'm here to share with you guys my techniques, my use cases with vibe coding, with AI in general, to share the best practice, how to write good prompts to boost with AI. So
yeah, Dmitro, let's get started. Maybe the most crucial and the most regularly asked question is about the tools. People feel overwhelmed. They really feel overwhelmed. On the one hand, they believe that ChatGPT is enough. And I have a lot of my friends, developers, who say that ChatGPT is bullshit for code and I want to use it. There are people who say, this is amazing, I love it. And it's on the one hand. But on the other hand, we have with you maybe more than 20 courses on different vibe coding tools and different vibe coding courses, topics. So let's go deep dive to understand what tools you need for vibe coding. For which level, for which task, how it can be implemented. Can you help our audience to clarify this?
Yeah, I think first I will structure a bit like what categories of tools we have, and then we go one by one and I will share some use cases, what it's good for. Yeah, like we can split it on three main groups. First is LLM chats. It's like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and others. These tools are good when you'd like to do some brainstorming, when you'd like to ask some quick questions, when you don't need your whole code base as a context, you'd like to ask something independent. There are also another category, it's AI coding assistants in IDEs and code editors, kind of GitHub Copilot inside of VS Code, the Cursor, Windsurf, also Google Anti-Gravity was released recently, and others. These tools are mostly tools for developers. They use it for mostly working projects, dive deep into programming, get help from AI. And another category is app builders, kind of V0 lovable. It's when you write a quick prompt and you get the fully workable website, landing page, and etc. And this one is good for prototyping, for some MVPs. So we can quickly go one by one. I will share what I use for.
Sure.
You also share what
definitely. Let's go. Yeah. Let's start from the usual chats and start maybe from the question that I've just asked you. Is it possible to code with ChatGPT?
I would say yes, but it depends on the project you have. If you of course if you're just starting, it's nice tool for you because you can verify your ideas with ChatGPT. You can brainstorm. ChatGPT has voice mode. You can talk to it and verify your ideas. Get more ideas from ChatGPT. Understand what you'd like to build. Get some verification. Get some points. What is better? What is worst? Yeah. And for example, you can learn of ChatGPT, but if you have if you have existing project, Of course, ChatGPT is not the best tool to use. You'll better use some AI coding assistant because it can keep your project as a context and know everything about your project and will, of course, provide more accurate responses. But in some cases, when you'd like to ask some quick questions about your project, about tools, comparison tools, you can still use ChatGPT. It's really good for it.
Okay, you have one of the highest rated courses on the ChatGPT for developers. What are the main hacks you are teaching there?
Yeah, the main hack, I guess, it's using projects. For example, if you have your pet project and you have your work project, on each project you use different technologies, you use different approaches. And inside of the project, you can set up instructions, you can add some file examples, how you'd like to code. And for example, if you ask inside of the project, create me component for authorization or for another page, it will use your rules and will write, for example, your work project is on React and your pet project on Vue.js. And you shouldn't mention every time which language to use, what approaches to use. The projects keep your instructions, remember it, and you will get your results faster. I think this is one of the most coolest things the GPT have. So
definitely. Let's talk about the Holy Trinity. When it's the same in marketing, in other fields, there are three main tools that people try to use at the chat for AI tasks. So it's ChatGPT by OpenAI, it's Claude by Anthropic, and it's Gemini by Google. So the same question, is it possible to code with Gemini or with Claude? And what is the difference? Because most of my developers friends, the guys who are in outsourcing, building products, they love Claude and they are not so happy about ChatGPT and Gemini. What is your experience?
Yeah, I would say these tools are quite similar, but of course there are some pros and cons for each of the two. Like Gemini is, I would say, the cheapest one, and it's nowadays it's really powerful because Google has a big infrastructure, has a lot of training data, and it can make it really nice. And if you're about the price, or you can use the Gemini. It's cheap and it's good enough. It's of course is nowadays they are developing actively and maybe doesn't have too much features as ChatGPT Claude is also really nice. They really care about the context, about instructions. They have a bit different implementations because when you work in Claude with the chat, they produce artifacts, kind of pages with summaries, and you can reuse these artifacts later. Like ChatGPT doesn't have it. If you really like to reuse your previous results, it's like you can use Claude. Also, Claude is nice for document analyzing. ChatGPT also can do it, but Claude I think it's better, like my personal experience. If you generate the documents, you need to deeply analyze it and understand what it's about. So you can use so I would say each of these tools is fine, but for some specific tasks. So yeah.
Okay, guys, please write in comments what is your favorite tool among this Holy Trinity. Do you like ChatGPT, Claude, or maybe Gemini? And what other tools do you use? Please share in comments. Definitely your experience will be valuable for us. Dmitro, let's go from the basic stuff, which definitely is interesting, but it's not creating the real code. Let's go to the code editors. So definitely Cursor is maybe the most sexiest name in this category. Yeah. Your course in Cursor is number 3 on Udemy in this topic. So what are the AI code editors? What names we need to name except Cursor, Windsurf, etc. And what are the main advantages of using these tools for vibe coding for developers and non-developers?
Yeah, the most popular, I guess, it's GitHub Copilot, Cursor. The less popular is Windsurf, and recently also appears Google Anti-Gravity.
Oh, yeah, I have forgotten about Anti-Gravity.
It's from Google. I would say this course must-have, these tools are must-have for developers because I know 5-10 years ago we just had a code editor and we just did everything manually. But nowadays AI integrated into this code editor IDEs, and it can really help you. You can ask any question about your code base. You can ask to make a feature, to fix bugs, to make planning, create application from scratch, and a lot of other things. And it's really important, like nowadays, to use these tools. If tell about the difference, like there is of course difference who is used it. Like Copilot is more for enterprises, and like it's GitHub is more popular for enterprise companies, and of course they use its products. Like
definitely. I've checked the dynamics of the GitHub Copilot course. It's maybe one of the most fastest growing the last time.
Yeah. Like last time, it's really popular and growing like crazy. So Cursor is also really popular. It's more for independent developers, for small businesses, startups. Like Windsurf is also for kind of enterprise companies, but kind of another companies. And Google Antigravity, it can be good for if you depend on Google infrastructure. If you already use it, you can use it for free. Like it's really nice, and a lot of companies is nowadays also starting to use it. And I would say all these tools are more or less same, but of course there are some different features, features names differently. Like Copilot is like the AI which is integrated into Code Editor, like on top of Code Editor, but the rest of the tools was built with has a better integration with Code Editor. But the result, like you can use each of them like for different purposes. Like mostly, like I use GitHub Copilot for my pet projects. I use, of course, to teach you guys on Udemy to learn some new features and show you was latestly released. Windsurf I also use for my pet projects. I like the interface of Windsurf. It's really fresh. They care about usability. They add a lot of shortcuts, a lot of nice elements that can help you code easier and be more satisfied. Anti-Gravity was released 2 months ago. It's really similar to all of these tools, and they make focus on agents. And what else? And Cursor also care about usability. I use it for my work projects because our company pay for us for subscription for Cursor. And like I would say, I use all of these tools like for different purposes, and I like all of them. Like because, for example, on some tools I have limited number of credits. When it's finished, I use another tool, and etc.
Yeah, let's talk about the practical approach in this tool. If we talk about what our really students love, if we will read the reviews in the courses, that they are practical, they are going into some deep features that are not like trivial. And I think that this is the big part of partnership that we are building, that as the guys with 1 million audience students on Udemy, we can reach to tools like GitHub, to Supabase, to Windsurf, schedule meeting, and they share our expertise. We get this expertise share with our students. They tell us what is coming. So we've had a lot of such meetings during the last quarter. What is the most valuable insights that you did get from these big vendors that you implemented in your courses?
Okay, yeah, it's a complex question. About GitHub, like they really care to make a product like they do a lot of verifications, like you set up it correctly, you do the good materials, you really dive into it. I would say in general, it's really nice to collaborate with these partners because you can get most insights like you cannot find in documentations. And for example, on our last call in Supabase, I had the opportunity to speak to one of the developers of Supabase, and he explained me how I can create best course for people who start work with Supabase, and help me to dive into features, even things which not covered in documentation. Same with Windsurf, they provide some nice resources, help me create a better course, and I can get to know about features more faster when it's even in beta testing, so I can already get an access to it, play with it, and show you guys first how to work with it.
Sounds great. Let's move to the third category. It's definitely the app builders. I'm a big fan of Lovable. I love what is their founders thinking. It's another Anton Sika, and Anton is telling that he's building the new piece of code, the last piece of code. So the code, the tool that will make the coding unnecessary. Definitely, we are still not there. But if you talk about the classical marketing task, business task, you need some simple app. You need landing pages with a lot of A/B testing. You need some calculator for like AI revenue calculator or something like that. These are small basic applications that I'm creating from scratch pretty fast, and I really love it. Vizero definitely more complicated from Versal. What other tools we need to add to this category of the app builders? Share your experience using these tools. So let's talk a little bit more about AI app builders and their role in the vibe coding.
Yeah, like my Lovable tools is like Lovable and Vizero. I use it more often than others. We of course have the both new and some other, sure. And some others I really don't remember the names. Yeah, but like
Replit maybe.
Yeah, Replit. Yeah, of course. Yeah, but they like more or less similar. So. We have course about Lovable, and I use Lovable like a lot, and it's really nice if you want a fast prototype. If you have an idea, like you want to present it to your friends, to customers, to investors, you can create a like application in minutes or in like 1 to hour. Like it will set up a database authorization for you. It will create all the features. You can click, edit, save information, and you shouldn't really dive into some technical details. You just write a prompt, the natural prompt. You like speak like to another engineer, and it will implement everything for you. You don't need the technical details. The Vizero is same. Like it's also for the same purposes. The only difference I noticed, like the Lovable might be have a better integration with Supabase because it can implement it, but with Vizero, like you need to run some code commands in the like Supabase if you'd like to add the database. But both tools are nice. Like they of course have difference in some features. Like Vizero I like because it's integrated with Versa, where you can easily deploy your website and you can like easier figure out what doesn't work, why your website is deployed or not. Like you can have a lot of options of configuration for it. They also allow you to create your, like you can choose any template. You can even configure the theme, like what colors you'd like to use, what brand, what logo, like so it's really easy to use, I would say.
Okay. What other AI tools do you use in your career in the processes?
Yeah, like it's kind of the first category. Like I like tools like Gamma. It's really nice for creating the presentation. You just give a prompt and it will create everything for you. You can, of course, export all the text and it will split it on a slide. So you can just provide a short prompt and it will generate text for you. It creates really beautiful presentation and really with a good quality. Like, do you use Gamma?
Yeah, I use Gamma a lot. I use Manus for the presentation creation, and definitely if we talk maybe about the categories of the tool that we didn't talk about, but they arise in its AI agents. So the role of AI agents, it's something that we need to talk independently. Yeah, it's definitely the future. What other tools in your toolkit?
Yeah, like I use Notion, and Notion also has AI tools, and I am waiting they will present the AI agents because like I keep all the structure for the courses inside of Notion. It helped me to manage all the pages, all the lessons, and etc. And AI inside of Notion really helps. Also, I use Voroniuk. It's the tool which helped me to make the voice in the videos better. It's completely AI. Like I just configure some settings and I can upload all the videos. It will improve the quality of the videos, of the audio. So I like it.
Let's maybe move to the understanding what is possible and what not is possible with these tools. We've talked a lot about the different tools. Most of them we have courses on the platform. So we have courses about GitHub Copilot, Cursor, Windsurf, Anti-Gravity, etc. Let's understand where this border of possible and what is GenAI what is GenAI in programming, what is GenAI in vibe coding. So let's try to understand what is possible right now, what can be possible till the end of this year, can be possible in 3 years. Let's go through the borders.
Yeah, like AI is generative AI. What you should understand about generative AI is that the AI which will generate information. It's try to create it from different, like AI is trained on a big data sets. It kind of a lot of text information from the internet, from the different sources, a lot of images, videos, audios, and etc. It was grouped in AI models, was learned, was tried to categorize it and etc. Like it keep all this information. And every time you write a prompt, you ask to do something, AI tried to guess. So it doesn't think as a people. It tried to guess in predictable way. Like it has your prompt, it identify like what it's about, and it tried to, in easy words, like find in these data sets the relevant information for you and give you the best result which match your criteria. So this is how generative AI works. It was trained on really large data sets, and I would say every day, every month, it gets better and better. It can process more information, it has more token limits. Like tokens, it's like how much information you can put into AI and how much information it can remember at once. So it's every day gets more powerful, and I'm really surprised about AI. So how much information it can process.
And what are the pros and cons?
So the pros and cons, AI really can boost you at a lot of topics, a lot of things you do, almost at everything. But you always need to keep in mind that AI doesn't know the truth. It gives you the predictions, kind of assumptions.
AI gives you guess.
Yeah, guess. Yeah, but and this guess from year to year is more accurate. And this is a good thing, but you still can have the wrong responses. And you always responsible for what you get from AI. You always need to verify your responses.
Human in the loop, yep.
Yeah, indeed. And of course, AI is not this. It shouldn't be the source of truth. Like, you always should to verify it. You can ask even AI, like, can you verify, are you sure about this information? What's the sources you use to give me the response?
Yeah, or you can use another AI to verify what ChatGPT or another AI asked it. It's exactly the Holy Trinity rule when you, I'm not sure in the results you've got from ChatGPT and you are going to Claude and Gemini to verify these results.
Yeah, and I would say like, AI sometimes can create some fake information for you.
Yeah.
Because it's generative. Yeah. If it doesn't find anything relevant, it tries to generate something.
Hallucinate, yeah.
Yeah, hallucinate. And like you always should to verify it. You always should to be careful because sometimes it can skip the parts you ask. Like if you ask a lot of things to do, it can miss some of the parts because of context limitation, because of like something was not found in data sets and etc. And you always need to verify like if it give you all the list you ask or not. Like, and sometimes I just ask, oh, you forget about this information, please add it also, and etc. So I would like to summarize. For me, AI is kind of a junior developer. It's often really overconfident.
Yep.
It's, I'm absolutely right, and etc. It's a bit stupid because you need to provide a lot of instructions, like to guide it. Like same as a junior developer. Like when you work with him, when you give any task, you need to give instructions what to do, what not to do, iterate, like review the output. Give like follow-up questions, what to fix, and same with AI. But the difference between junior developer and AI is really fast. So
yeah, it's always the question: you want to get the fast answer or you want to get the correct answer. Let's go to talk a little bit more about how AI can boost developers. So what is the secret sauce? You've told that AI is like junior developer. How we can build development team with AI?
Yeah, I think like to answer this question in the context of development workflow, like we have stages when we plan an application,
planning, learning, development, all this stuff, code review.
Yeah, like for example, if look at the planning, AI can use not only developers, the project managers, the business analysts, and etc. Like, and it's AI really can be helpful when you need to verify your ideas, when you need to do the brainstorming.
Yeah.
For example, if I want just create some application, I can say it to AI like, and I can ask AI, okay, what alternatives you see? I am on the right way building it. Like what pros and cons you see, what difficulties you see I might face, and AI will talk with you like a person, and it will help you to brainstorm. Like you can make you can get your ideas faster with AI. You can also split the work. Like you can give AI like, I need to create this application, create me the plan. It of course won't be the final plan and will be not the perfect plan, but you can start with it. AI will give you ideas. You can cut this part, this part, this part. You can ask to modify, and then you will build your ideal plan. It can help you to start much faster, and it has kind of how say it in English? It has a lot of experience, which might you don't have, and it can share all this experience with you, and then you decide which experience is relevant for you and which is not. So you just it speed up at you. So also when you're learning, because it's also kind of I would say stage of the development workflow, like you developer, you come to new project, you need to learn new framework, and AI can help you learn the frameworks, the technologies. It can create the plan for you, how you should learn it, split on chunks, like for your everyday, what you should do, like create you some exercises, how you can practice it. It can help you, what I really like, comparison tools. Like, I don't know what tool to use or what service to use. Yeah, like, and I can ask what services exist.
Yeah, you get it in a useful spreadsheet with all criteria.
All pros and cons.
I love this use case, yeah.
Yeah, you just run the deep researches.
Deep research, yeah.
Yeah, like wait 5-10 minutes, like, and then you get the complete comparisons, and you like just save your time.
Yeah.
What I like is also help you understand the code base easier. Like if you have the project, you're a new engineer, like, or you just was asked to work on a feature you didn't work before, you can ask AI, okay, what this feature is about, what is the structure, what technologies use, and AI will give you an overview. And you can ask, even if you don't understand how this method works or how this part of the code, what it does, you can ask AI and it will provide you information. Of course, it can sometimes do mistakes. You should verify, but more or less it will give you the true information, and like it can also speed up you.
Anything else on this stage?
I think I mentioned the main things, like it can help you to understand the code base, compare tools, and create the learning plans for you if you'd like to learn something.
But if you go into the development?
This development is much more things to talk about. For example, if you are a startup and you'd like just to build the application from scratch, it can help you to create the draft of your application. For example, you have just design, or you even don't have design. You have just a picture from the internet, what you like. You just upload this picture, write a short prompt, I'd like to do application with functionality, this and this and this, and it will build you the scratch. But be careful with it because AI don't know everything you'd like to build. And short prompt is really like prompt about nothing. Like it can just build your application, but you need to build a lot of things. You need to change a lot of things because AI sometimes can like, okay, if you didn't mention this information, I will provide you because it's relevant for your request. It can add a lot of functionality you don't need really. And if you'd like the prototypes, I would say just spend more time on the prompt and mention what exactly features you need, what you don't need, what to build, and then you will give more accurate response. But if you don't have any idea what to build, you can of course give a short prompt, and AI just will give you how AI see it. This application, you can learn from it.
Yeah, it's definitely reasonable. Let's go on the business side. The dream of each founder, it's like to cut the costs, and definitely development is a high part of this cost. So the old reality was to create some really working MVP. If you're talking about the product, you need to spend like from 5 maybe 500 or 5,000 is too small. From 50K to 100K, you need to invest to get the MVP, and usually get it from 3 to 6 months. The founder dream that I will wipe code the prototype and MVP for night or like for weekend and go to the clients, show to the client, and if they will say, yes, I will pay you, you are going to hire developers and so on. This is maybe like 2-3 years to this stage. Right now, we are on the stage where the founder created MVP for night or for the weekend. He comes to show the client. Client says, yes, maybe I will support you. The investors will say, yes, maybe you will rise. And he understands that it's working. And in this moment, it worked that he comes to the development team. Development team says, this is trash, let's throw it out, and we will code it from scratch. Where do you see this revolution where the development team will say, yes, is something working, let's not throw it out, but improve it? So where this speed up that will make the possibility to create products not for half a year to MVP, but for 1 month, will create this product revolution.
Okay, mostly like if you're a founder, you don't have a technical experience, you
have a dream.
Yeah, you have a dream, like you don't care about technical side, what AI built, how it built. You just care about the output, like how it look like, is it work or not, and etc. And in that case, like you can build an MVP, you can get the money, but then if you need to maintain, extend the application, it might be difficult for you to work just with AI. Like you anyway.
What are the main bottlenecks here? So it's cybersecurity.
Of course, the cybersecurity. AI sometimes like have outdated information. It not provide you by default the best practices, like or just I would say must-have practices. Yeah, it just. The goal of AI is provide you as much faster output as it can and just make it work. Just make it work. AI don't care about the code support, about reusability, about security, about etc. So security is the first reason. Another reason is like AI don't care how to reuse code. If you need a big application, it will be really a mess in your code base.
Yeah.
And AI has a habit like when AI develops some code and you ask to fix it, he can leave the dead code which you don't need. He can like overcomplicate some implementations and developers, like if the developer will come later, he won't be able to support it, not just because he don't like how it's coded, just because a lot of logic he cannot keep in his mind how it works in general. So that is why like if you care about the application like you'd like to extend, you can have like a developer which will guide AI how to create it. But I think it's depend, like, because if your goal is to get money fast, you don't care just spend a week, create applications, show investor, get money, then you hire the development team, like of course developers who use AI, and then developers, it's not a problem if they throw away this product and create it from scratch, because you reach your goal, you get money, and like you didn't spend really much time and much money on creating this AI MVP, so you can
already out from the death valley.
Like you can give developers created from scratch with a better architecture. So I think it's not a problem, because the benefit of it, like you involve the development team only in case like it really makes sense to continue. So like you save a lot of monies on making a lot of MVPs by development team.
If we talk about the future right now, the whole previous year, it was that only talks about AI, agentic AI. And if we talk about the reality, I've got 1 year ago here in studio, the guy who showed me the prototype of multi-agent system where you have AI architect. AI architect is pushing tasks to AI front-end developer, AI web back-end developer, AI designer, double-checking the task, and the multi-agent system is double-checking what is going on. Definitely it's prototype, definitely it's bugging, it definitely is hallucinating, but it's also like the big dream when you have your web development team in a multi-agent system. You still need the human in the loop. You have like AI agent architect, but you need the guy of AI, not AI, a real human, a senior architect that will manage this system. We just discussed with you yesterday the last survey from Microsoft where they checked 200,000 people about how do they use AI and what professions are under risk with GenAI revolution, which are not. And definitely the managers, team leaders are the guys who understand what to do, how to get the result, etc. They will be relevant. What do you think about this multi-agentic future? It's if 1 year ago you was asking someone about AI agent and it was something really unclear and everyone named its different names. Right now we have pretty clear AI agents. We have Manus, we have a lot of real-time solutions in N8N, Make, Agent Kit, which we have also the core. So, but when we talk about multi-agent systems right now, when one agent is managing other agents and the system is double checking, is you still around the goal or you went away, is something that is relevant for your thoughts or not?
I think it definitely makes sense and it's a future because like, what is the idea of agent? Yeah, like when you just ask AI to do something like ChatGPT, it just will give you the response. But what agent do? Agent provides more iterations. To like understand your thoughts correctly, split it on chunks, like search your, what you cite at the internet, like different sources, then try to verify. He will provide the right response, do some checks at the end. Like it's like kind of a smart AI, like with a lot of iterations about only one your prompt. And it really helped to get more accurate responses. And for example, if you work with any task, like you must use agents because it of course take more time to think, but it provide better response. But if you use multiple agents, like these agents can communicate between each other and verify responses. Like for example, I asked to write me the function which will the calculator application, and one agent can be about AI, UI, like create the interface. Another one can create logic. Another one can create the backend. Another one can create the test cases and etc.
It looks like classical decomposition when you decompose the task, and for each small task you have AI agent.
Yeah, and what is important, the agents can verify each other. Because like if one agent you can have two same agents and ask each other to verify. And for example, one agent of course give you some chance of the response wrong or not exceeds your expectations. And another agent can verify and even improve the response. And that's the way how we can build faster and more expected output. But anyway, I think you need the people in the loop because AI is hallucinate. It's like not ideal, not always.
It's the next question I have. Let's go through the common AI mistakes developers see.
There are some mistakes AI do, but you always always there is algorithm what you can do with it. For example, AI can give you the fake information. And why it give you the fake information? It can give you fake information because it, for example, doesn't have an access to this resource, and it can
it has lack of context. I think that it's maybe the main issue why AI gives you fake.
Yeah, like lack of contents, of course. For example, the training data can be outdated. It can be limited in a year. Limit to the internet, to the some websites can have kind of validators and not allow AI to open the page and check the information. It's also an issue. And what you can do in this, you can ask AI to verify information with true sources. You can add a context, if you know already the website is a source of truth and AI cannot reach it, you can copy paste information, give it as a context. You can always ask AI to double verify information. For example, in development, there is a nice plugin. There is a MCP tools. It's kind of, you can connect some other kind of plugins you can connect, and they will AI can use them when proceeding the prompt. There is a nice MCP tool as Context 7. It's about the documentation of all applications of the services. Like you use a database, the front-end lib, the API, this MCP know already information about it. And if you tag this plugin and ask like how to use this service, you will get more accurate responses about methods, its support, and etc. Because AI not always knows this, but this plugin is always up to date.
Yeah, we really love MCP. We are right now preparing MCP course. So if you talk about our experience of using MCP, we use it, for example, in AI agents like Manos to connect different stuff. For example, for video production, we can go to Hagen to get AI video, 11 Labs to get AI voice. We can go to Gamma to get presentation. So it's orchestrate all these tools, and MCP it's definitely makes the life much more easier.
Yeah, like MCP is kind of plugin with instructions how to use this tool and the all information about the documentation. So it's really simplified to use in agentic flows. If I continue about AI mistakes,
breaking architecture.
Yeah, it often can break your architecture. Yeah, like for example, you have some workable code and it can refactor it. It can rename it the way he wants. Yeah, it's happened. So and like why it does it? So because like AI just think about how to make it quickly and don't care if he like renames something. He just need to produce the result. So what you can do with it, you can set some limitations. Like you can set the rules. Like when you add a feature, please don't touch the other code. Touch only this folder or this file. Don't rename variables. For example, don't. For example, name methods in this convention, etc. You just set up the rules, how it should behave. And then you're much safer. And like, for example, you can, before the implementing something, you can ask AI, create a plan. Like, and he will create a plan and you will see at the planning stage if he gonna touch some other parts of the code or not, like, and you can correct it. It's also nice.
When we were talking and preparing for this interview, among like disadvantages of AI, you named that generating the simplest solution. For me as entrepreneur, it's advantage. For you as developer, it's disadvantage. Can you explain this?
Why is advantage? Yeah, because you get result really quick.
Yeah.
But disadvantage.
There's dopamine when you get something immediately. Yeah.
Yeah. But for example, from developer perspective, you're gonna work with this code later. Yeah. And for example, if you already have a big project, big applications, you have a lot of like the parts you wanna reuse. AI don't care about reusing these things, and you want to have a code efficient.
Sure.
You need to, a day later back to this code and touch it. So, and that's why simplest solution won't work best, because you need long-term solution. Yeah,
sure.
Like you need to be sure it's reuse all the patterns which already tested, each like optimized way and etc. And that's why you always need to ask AI and mention like when you're building this feature, you need to use these parts, and these parts. Like you can ask also for improvements later as a follow-up questions, because AI is working with AI is an iterative process. Like when you ask, get response, and correct it, and get response again, correct it. So
I think, guys, you have a lot of great insights. Don't forget to put like to this video and subscribe. What else? What are the disadvantages?
So quite similar, like AI can change things you didn't ask for, like renaming variables, touching some code. It can, add in some stuff you really didn't ask for. And here is the same, like you need to limit AI what to do. Like you need to set up rules when you write code, how it should be formatted, how it should be split up, like how it should be used. Like only you need to mention on what files you're able to change. Of course, you shouldn't do it for every request, because it's might be quite annoying. But if you set up like rules for your project, you shouldn't do it every time. Same with as ChatGPT projects, you can set up rules to don't repeat some details. You can do it in a cursor, in a copilot, in a windsurf. You can set up rules for different aspects. Like you can set up general rules. Like you're a developer, you're building this application, you can set up rules how to write tests, set up rules how to format code, set up rules how to build specific feature. Like you can put these rules into folders, and it's really a poverty of AI, like that you can guide how to do, and it in most of the cases it will follow.
Definitely, the most of the disadvantages you are talking about, it's about the context window, so the limits of tokens that we have to proceed everything. But let's talk about a little bit more detailed further when we will talk about prompt engineering and grounding. The list of disadvantages. Are you full, or you have something else?
I have something else to do. Like always keep in mind that AI cannot read your thoughts. Because we are people,
even people can't read your thoughts.
Like all we're lazy, and like when we think something, we just explain our ideas roughly. Like we think about one thing, we explain it in 2 words, and even Anton sometimes cannot understand me because I don't fully explain my ideas clearly way. And same AI. So AI is also, you need to provide more clear instruction what to do. If you want to create application, don't just say create application. Create to do application which should have task with ability to edit, add and rename, and every task should have a title, description, and like check mark and blah blah blah. So you need to fully explain your ideas because it's one of the biggest mistakes. Developers write short prompt and hope AI will understand and read their thoughts, but it's not. So you need to fully explain your thoughts, and then AI will produce accurate response. So it's really important. What else? For example, AI sometimes can suggest really not secure code, or it's because some training data sets can be outdated, or AI doesn't know about some upcoming vulnerabilities, or etc. It doesn't have always access to information which was released yesterday. And you always need to ask, verify it. Might be a double ask again, like, are you sure is it code secure? Or like you can ask, give me the best secure practices and check if this code or the solution follows these practices. You of course need to do the manual review all the time. You get a response from AI because some things AI doesn't know, like about your application specific, about security rules your company should follow, and you always need to review and guide AI what to fix. So
let's go to the topic of the prompt engineering and grounding. So we have few basic ways how we can tell AI what do we want from this tool. It's prompt, and here we have a lot of limits, and grounding. We can upload the examples of code, examples of texts, examples of design, etc. Let's go through the best prompt engineering practices. We have different views on this, so we are teaching more simpler frameworks in our marketing and business courses. You are going deep in things that can help for programmer. Can you share your best practices of the prompt engineering?
Okay, the first thing is really important to be clear and specific, as I mentioned in the previous question. Like always say exactly what you want. Mention the technical stack, what you should use, what approaches, what files, folders, use as examples. Always provide examples how you'd like to have the result.
Yeah, it's grounding, yep.
Yeah, the next one is garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah,
it's kind of if you put a mess or trash into AI, and the same way he will respond to you.
We'll get the bad result. Yep.
Yeah, it's also important. You should try to use the correct words, because when you do the mistakes, the grammar mistakes, AI of course can try to fix it and understand. But if you have a lot of mistakes, AI can misunderstood you and provide the wrong response. So it's also important. Always give examples, guide AI how you'd like to get the output, like what files, what structure you'd like. If you have the references, also upload it. If you have images, how to build UI, also upload it. You can split the big task into small parts. Like because the smaller part you give AI, the less chance to AI will do the mistakes.
Yeah, you need to decompose and break it in something smaller.
Yeah, it's important. Another one is working step by step in iterative way. Like you ask AI, he will provide response. You correct it, review again, correct, review. So this way is like the most effective. And of course, like when you implement something big, you can ask for create the plan. AI will guide you how he will see the implementation. You can correct this plan, and then AI will split it on the task and will do it one by one, and you will get much better result. And I think what is really important to mention is some techniques you can use with AI. It's how to develop better. For example, when you implement some feature, you can ask AI, give me 2-3 variations how I can implement it, and describe me the pros and cons. Like an AI will give you 3 examples how he can see the implementation, will mention you what is better, and then you can choose. Like it's important when you develop something really important or from scratch. Like for example, you can ask AI explain deeper. If you don't understand something, AI response here. He mentioned a lot of technical terms. You can explain deeper what this term means, what this means, how to use it, and etc. And AI will guide you in more details. It's also important. For example, you can ask AI compare solutions. If you, for example, implementing some feature, you can say what libraries I can use, compare it, or you can even say, my vision of implementation of this feature is that way. I'm gonna use this and this. Give me alternative approaches. What do you think about this approach? Pros and cons, and etc. And AI just will verify, and maybe improve your plan.
In our prompt engineering experience, we use a lot RACE framework, where R its role, you are front-end developer, senior architect, etc. A, its action, its technical tasks that you describe. C, its context, and context is the weakest part of all prompts, because you need to push the understanding of the project, understanding of the business, understanding of the target audience, brand rules, etc. And examples, it's about grounding. So what are the best practices of giving context to AI when we talk about the technical tasks?
I would say the first is give the context, because
if you want to give, we will get very garbage results, definitely.
The first one is provide as a context the only things that really make sense or matter. Because if you will provide
if
AI,
you will give a lot, you will go out of context window.
You will go out of context windows. Of course, AI can miss some of the parts, and etc. So just provide the parts, the only context you need, you think is only relevant. Not provide the whole application as a context. Provide only files, specific files, or just a folder, any link, resources, and etc. And you will help AI to don't be wrong. So I think these 2 main rules. What else? You can use some MCP plugins help you to have a context already. And also what is nice thing is having the project instructions, and also for each instruction you have inside of your code base, mention this instruction is used only for tests, this instruction used only for this type of files, this instruction used only for this folder, and AI will automatically put this instruction as a context. You shouldn't every time mention it.
If you talk about one of my favorite prompting techniques, when you have something really complex task, for example, I need to create a landing page, and I can't prompt landing page from scratch ideally. So I usually give it some grounding. For example, if I'm creating landing page of my new product and I already have a deck, I push a deck as a context. I'll add it to the request. But I will ask one AI to write the request for another AI. For example, if I'm using something doing in Lovable, I will ask ChatGPT to create the prompt for Lovable. The disadvantage of this story, we've already talked about it. You can create very long prompt, which will not be totally in the context window. What are the disadvantages of this approach? It makes people much more easier. No one will write 1, 2, 3 pages prompts because people are lazy. We've already talked about this. But when AI already written this prompt for you, of course, you need at least read it, don't
Yeah,
push it.
for sure.
For sure, don't push it to AI without reading. But what are the best practices when you already have a prompt created with AI by some framework, by Race or any other? Based on your best practices, you can create MyGPT or Claude project to help this prompt engineering easier. What is your experience here?
Yeah, like you at least can ask AI to simplify it, because normally AI give like natural prompts, it's really long and etc. I always ask AI, please simplify it to make it as a clear instruction, like 4 or 5 words in each sentence, like just to make it clear. It helped me to read this prompt easier, and also to AI. You can also use the prompt references. For example, if you're gonna write some instructions for cursor, the cursor has a library where you can find the popular prompts, like I am software engineer, write this code this way, test this way, and etc. You can reuse them, you can extend them, you can modify. So always try to find what other people already create and try to reuse it. So I think it's like where you can get more experience. So
maybe the last question for today, it's the future. Everyone wants to know the future. We don't know if it will be the Third World War. We don't know if AI bulb will be wrecked. So let's talk about the future, and it's really coming fast. 1 year ago, when we've talked with you first about creating web coding courses, you told, no, AI is stupid junior, I want to do anything. Right now, you are talking about AI is about useful junior. So you have AI useful junior. Do you see yourself in 1 year later as senior architect, which is managing and orchestrating multi-agent AI systems, when you have in your team AI front developer, AI web developer, AI QA, AI designer, etc.? So how do you see this future? Definitely as a web developer, as experienced web developer who built career in this sphere, you don't want AI to delete this career, so you don't want AI to kill developers' work. But on the other hand, we have revolution, and you see how it's moving, and the guy who is communicating with the top AI tools, you see that this movement is unstoppable. So where do you see yourself in 1 year?
Okay, it's an interesting question. I guess it's a question a lot of developers ask themselves. I definitely see my future with AI, because AI, even if it's not smarter than the people, it's really useful, because
maybe yet not smarter.
Yet. Who knows what will be in the future? So, but what I see the tendency, the AI every year is smarter and smarter, can handle larger context, has more power, more training data, and can give you more better predictions. And you can delegate AI a lot of repetitive works. For example, at my work, we currently don't write unit tests. AI do it for us. We ask AI to do some routine works like rename variables, rename files, kind of find some maybe optimizations, etc. And AI definitely boosts you. So at least some repetitive work, some ideation, brainstorming, some, verification, code review. You can all of this delegate to AI. I think in 1 year, it will be more like you saying, like will be a lot of agents, each agent responsible for a specific domain, and they will be work together with you, and you will be like people in a loop, still verify the responses and etc. Adding some guidance, but they will do the most work. And of course, really important will be given the right context and given clear instructions to give your expectations. But I think AI is definitely the future, because currently my feeling like it's like replace the junior developers, and it's kind of might be in 1 year it will replace the middle developers, but the senior developers anyway needed people who is experienced in what AI written and understand and guide it and verify. Because AI is not responsible. The people always, or the owner of the product, responsible, and anyway should be a person who will verify everything of it and will say we can use it or we need to change it.
We have just this circle, which we usually use when we talk about the human in the loop. Guys, we've talked 1 hour. I hope it was useful for you. Please push in comments your thoughts. Was it useful for you? And did you get any great ideas what you can wipe code and build it by yourself? We have more than 20 useful courses on Udemy with Metro that we've created on wipe coding for different audience, wipe coding for programmers, wipe coding for UX designers, product managers, project managers. We have a lot of tool-oriented topics like Cursor, Windsurf, GitHub Copilot, Anti-Gravity, Lovable. So you will find links to all of these courses in the comments and in the additional materials and description to this video. I hope that you will visit our next GenAI Revolution. Thank you for being with us and see you in the next GenAI Revolution podcast.